Okay, it is now 6 o'clock CET and 5 p.m. in the UK. So it's time to get started on our Uncover the True You show this afternoon, this Thursday, beautiful sunny Thursday here in Spain. I hope the sun's shining where you are. And welcome, everybody. I see we have someone joining us. If you would like to unmute and come out anytime, if you'd like to say anything before the call, when we have questions or pop out with any comments, you're welcome. And I will just get started otherwise. All right. Okay. All quiet. So this is our 14th, actually, our 14th week. My goodness me, time flies when you're having fun. Little by little on this learning curve, we're digging in deeper. We're digging into our true self-knowledge. And today we are talking all about the authentic you, health and fitness through self-knowledge, an exciting subject. I was a fitness trainer for over 30 years, and so it's close to my heart. But we're looking first at and foremost at the self-awareness part of it, self-knowledge, and how. Well, let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered if truly knowing yourself, knowing who you are deep down inside, knowing your what, your where, and your how, your purpose in life could be the actual key to unlocking your healthiest, happiest life? That is the question today. So if you're ready to begin your own journey of self-discovery and transformation of your life from the inside out, stay tuned and listen to some interesting facts, some interesting insights, and hopefully there will be some value there that you are especially looking for relating to your own story, your own self. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Authentic You Health and Fitness Through Self-Knowledge. I'm Helen, of course, and absolutely thrilled to be with you today to dive deep into yet another aspect of the wonderful journey of self-discovery, namely with relation to our health and fitness, which is very, very important. Our wellness is top on that list of priorities these days, isn't it, of course? And I would say that today, this isn't just a regular show. We're here to explore how knowing your true self can lead to optimum physical, but also mental well-being, and consequently give us the wisdom to enjoy a far better life. So that's very interesting, because nowadays we live in a world that's constantly buzzing, right? The noise, the distractions, the expectations of society. Really from our jobs and even from our loved ones, people around us, they often drown out, is what I want to say, that inner voice. But what if I told you that your key to a healthier, more vibrant life lies in uncovering your authentic self? Yes, you heard that right. Knowing who you truly are can unlock unparalleled levels of health and fitness. Self-awareness is the foundation of everything we're going to discuss today. Just have a drink of water to stop these stumbling over words. Okay, so if you're sitting comfortably, off we go. It's about understanding your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. It's about knowing what drives you, what scares you, what excites you. This awareness is like turning the light on in a dark room. Suddenly you can see clearly. You can navigate far better and avoid those stumbling blocks over so many of life's constant obstacles. All those things that suddenly appear, unexpected hills to climb, interruptions, twists and turns as we go throughout our day. Knowing our self-truth, and hence the healthy choices that we'll work with for us as individuals, has a lot to do with the mindfulness connection we have to our inner thoughts. It's constantly being present in the moment. It's in the now, the mindfulness connection, observing our thoughts and feelings without self-judgment, being open. It's as simple as taking a few minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on your breathing, noticing how your body feels, what's on your mind, but not getting attached to your thoughts, just observation as you become more attuned to your inner self, to understand your personal needs and desires better. Really checking in and feeling emotionally, sincerely investigating your inner you. And it's actually where the magic happens. It really is. It's when we dig down deep into our soul and uncover our true passions, our strengths, and not forgetting those weaknesses. Those need to be looked at also. When did you ask yourself last time those tough questions? Questions such as, what do I really want in life? What truly makes me happy? What are my top core values? And what action can I take to make positive changes? We don't just sit there, we take action. And that's what today's about also. It's people take action by investigating the resources, listening to their own hearts, journaling, writing down. We've talked all about these before on previous shows. Over time, you'll start to see patterns, those patterns that you'll start to use to understand yourself better. The process is really incredibly liberating, and it gives you a sense of direction, whether it's about your health or, in fact, that important decision making. That's a big one. Because as we begin to uncover our authentic selves, we move into the realm of self-realization, embracing those strengths and weaknesses, acknowledging them, so that we can make those decisions, understand that we are a work in progress, and that's okay. Self-acceptance is a crucial part for both our mental and physical health. When we stop fighting against who we are, we can start to focus on nurturing ourselves, on growing and evolving in a healthy way. So that's what we're talking about. And we're going to talk about the activities right now, but just to remind you that living in alignment with the inner you, your reality, connecting with your self-truth and purpose in life is about reaching your full potential. We want to feel fulfilled. We want to feel happy. We want to become the person we aspire to be. When we're in tune with our authentic selves, we take better actions for our body and mind together, not treating them as separate entities. And guess what? This is where the true health and fitness come into play on the game, during the game of life. We choose activities that we enjoy rather than forcing ourselves into a fitness routine that we hate. We eat foods that nourish our bodies and our souls rather than following the latest diet trend. We take care of well-being as a whole because we know that a healthy mind and body is just as important as your work focus, your projects. We need to be in a good state to be able to function, right? We don't go to the petrol station and fill up with diesel when we have a petrol car. We don't put petrol in the car when we don't need it. We don't fill up again when we're already full, overeating, overindulging, doing too much, doing too little. We have to get that just right. And that's what we're at. Choosing your own physical health journey is deeply a personal decision. It should reflect your core values, your interests, what's important to you, truly, and be the best pathway for your lifestyle and your preferences, the authentic you. What do you want? By understanding what values drive your happiness and satisfaction, then you can tailor your exercise routine to match those values. The approach is not only to enhance the enjoyment of your workouts, but also to ensure long-term adherence and better overall health, whether it's the camaraderie of a team sport. Maybe you like the adventure of mountain biking or an outdoor hike or the freedom of swimming. Aligning your fitness choices with your personal values can really lead to a more fulfilling and sustainable fitness journey for you. If you don't feel comfortable at the gym, why go? Don't force yourself to go just because it's popular. Instead, explore various activities until you find something that you genuinely enjoy. What floats your boat? What rattles your cage? All the old sayings come here. The key is to choose something that excites you, something that makes you feel vital and alive. Then not only will you be more likely to stick with it, of course, but you'll also look forward to it, turning exercise from a chore into a pleasure. So many times we look at our exercise clothes and think, "Oh, I don't feel like it right now, and I don't really want to do this." Find something that you love. And that's where knowing who you are makes a significant difference, because when it comes to your individual preferences and consequent commitment to your health and wellness, it's a far easier pathway because you like it, you want to do it. Let's look at a few examples. If you value social connection, for instance, you're a people person, you might prefer group activities or sports where you can interact with others, like group fitness classes, of course. Now we have CrossFit. It's very popular. CrossFit. Zumba came, and I don't know if it's still around, but it doesn't seem to be so popular these days. Spinning, cycling classes together, they're still going. And one I love, TRX bodyweight training. You can do that individually or with other people. It's fun when you make an appointment with a neighbor and you have that time to train. It's more fun than on your own sometimes, but it depends how you're feeling and how you are and who you are. And that's what this is all about, to learn that, to dig into that so that you can decide what's best for you. More team sports, like football, maybe basketball, or a smaller team to play perhaps paddle tennis in your community. Do you have a paddle tennis court or a tennis court nearby? Social dancing, salsa, jive, or ballroom dancing classes. For those priorities, such as joy and fun, if you love the group setting, that's what you're looking for. But if you just want to find exercises that feel more like play than work, consider freestyle dancing, whether it's on the beach or in the kitchen, dancing in the living room. I have a friend who gets up and dances in the evening in the living room. She does it for exercise, and it's fun for her. Also, nowadays, we have the programs on TV that we can follow, right? Dancing can be a joyful way to stay active. It's really fun and keeps us flexible too, because if we don't, what do you say? If you don't use it, you lose it. And it's very true. The older we get, the more we find that we need to keep things going because it's very easy to sit down. Adventure activities, sailing, surfing, paddle boarding. That's great in the summer. Or as I said at the beginning, mountain biking is adventurous. Fun workouts like bouncing. I use a Bellicon trampoline. It's a really good mini trampoline. I have the larger size, but it's not like the big full-size standard ones. It's fun, and our immune system is boosted because it's an effective way to improve our cardiovascular health. The lymph system, it helps flush out the toxins in the body and increase overall fitness, of course. It's low impact, so it's easier on the joints, and it's an excellent option for people of all ages and fitness levels. So that one I really recommend. A few minutes a day, building it up is really fun. Or how about using your favorite physical fitness VR workout? That's the one on the TV, right? Adding a gaming element to your exercise sessions. It can be the key to motivation for so many people these days. And if you enjoy mindful practices, going to the mindfulness again, you can combine movement and self-expression exercises with meditation, like in yoga, qigong, or tai chi. It's wonderful to get out there in the countryside and to be in the calm and the peace of nature and move your body and bring yourself back to the present moment and connect with yourself, if that's your preference, of course. And also, we haven't mentioned, but of course, you can combine these things in various ways. So when you actually think how many purposeful exercise regimes, the variations we have, the huge choice available that we have these days, you realize that something will certainly be a good fit and a great option to get you moving. So think about all those options you have, all the new exercise inventions coming in every year, and your preferences. I haven't mentioned yoga and Pilates for flexibility, strength, and mental calmness. They're great ones. And running or swimming, cardiovascular health. In the summer, swimming is marvelous, cooling off in the swimming pool. Perhaps you like the sea and you have a challenge to go a certain distance or have a race with your friends. Strength training, building muscle and maintaining bone density, not only for health, but also to look good. And we haven't even touched on the variety of water sports apart from swimming. So many things. And apart from reflecting on why you prefer a certain exercise regime and choosing the ones which resonate mostly with you, so you'll be far more likely to consistently show up for yourself and stay motivated to commit to that motivational training. Maybe you have a value of commitment and you find it easy, but many of us find it difficult to keep up the consistency and need a bit more discipline. So it's important to successfully integrate your preferred activities into your daily routine. So to write things down, to set an alarm. But obviously the whole point of this show is to explain how to make it something that you want to do, that you enjoy. So just at the getting started, don't forget to get into the routine and get the habit going, because that's important. And if you don't like it, change it, do it, switch it, find a way to make it more fun by having an exercise buddy or starting something new, learn something new, be adventurous, something exciting, try things out. Sometimes we know we have this, but if we don't try it, how do we know if we like it? Or perhaps we're going to love it. And time-wise, of course, it depends on your lifestyle, your possibilities. I mean, golfing can be a 4-hour activity, can't it? So those golfers obviously have that set timing and they make sure they can do that. And what a lovely sport that is, out in the fresh air, in the beautiful greenery. And another one, if you are stuck with time, apart from HIIT routines, which I'm going to cover now, but what about hiring your own personal trainer, your home fitness trainer, to create and guide you with your daily personalized work routines? That's a wonderful thing if it's accessible to you. And I was actually, as I mentioned at the beginning, a personal fitness trainer for many years. And it's a great choice for those people who prefer a set appointment with a coach, especially to get going, to guide them, to teach them. Whether it's in the comfort of your own home, at your own time, your own convenience, or the local gym. And even whilst you're traveling, to be able to connect with the gym's trainer nearby. The hotel has usually a gym these days, and they have an on-site fitness trainer. So that's a big one. Obviously, if you enjoy it, and it depends, obviously you might get attached to your own fitness trainer and not really want to train with someone else, but they can give you a program to take with you on your travels. So makes it easier. So if you have a busy schedule, consider shorter, more intense workouts. The HIIT workout that you can do with a trainer or by yourself. It's high intensity interval training. It can be accomplished in something like 10 to 20 minutes, and it's done and it's effective. It really works. Obviously beginning at a slower pace, making sure you know what you're doing, but you can start with something simple as a stationary bicycle. You just you pedal as fast as you can, making sure that you feel good, your joints don't hurt, your back doesn't hurt, nothing's wrong. Pedal, pedal, pedal. Often you start with a 30-second interval to begin with, and then rest 90 seconds. You do 3 to about 6 cycles, and then start again. But obviously, little by little, step by step, poco a poco. And if you prefer a more relaxed pace, perhaps yoga or a long leisurely walk would fit better in your chosen lifestyle. But if you're not sure what HIIT training is, Give it a go, look it up online, ask someone about it. You're welcome to connect with me and I'll help you with that to get you going. But it really is something to look into if you have time constraints, okay? The benefits of doing what you enjoy is so important. Rather than forcing yourself into a boring routine, it makes an immense difference. It really does. So connecting with yourself, we're going to talk a little bit more about that now, but it's very important to think that, well, to be excited about it and feel this is me. This is what I want to do. That suits me just down to a T. Having a good attitude towards your chosen sport also enhances your overall mental well-being. So really, as we said, it means two things, physical and mental. So creating a positive feedback loop that supports your physical and mental health is important so that you continue and get the results you're looking for. When you truly look forward to your daily activity slot, you're most likely to do it. And that consistency is what leads to genuine health benefits and consequently a far healthier you. So on that note, the mental health note, how about taking some me time to tune into your authentic self, putting it to one side and consciously choosing your movement regime? How about today? Aiming for 20 to 30 minutes, 5 times a week. Deciding, write it down, decide, talk about it, discuss it with friends, with your loved ones, or have a little talk to yourself. Have a self-meeting. That's a very good thing to do, actually, on the subject, to have a meeting with yourself, whatever it might be about, weekly, monthly. Check in with yourself. It's so life-changing. It really is. We just have to remember to do it. And if you're seriously busy, of course, then do the interval training. It could be a great choice for you. Mentally as well, that helps, because in those interval times when you're resting and relaxing, you're calming down, you're focusing on your next move, you're in the present. So remember that any time you dedicate to focused movement is 100% worth the effort. Jim Rohn, I don't know if you've heard of Jim Rohn, he once said, take care of your body. It's the only place that you have to live. Good one, right? I used to joke with my personal training clients, and I used to say, you can't just go to the Corte Inglés. The Corte Inglés is a big department store here in southern Spain, and it used to be very popular, still is. But in those days, it was the big one, the most one that came to mind. And I used to say, you can't just go there and go shopping and buy a new arm or a leg or create a six-pack or whatever. And nowadays, I suppose you say you can't just order it on Amazon. And that was a fun thing to say, but it's so true. What we have, and it's up to us to take care of it and be in tune with it and take advantage of what we have and maximize our health and fitness. This quote from Jim Rohn, it was a great quote. It underscores the importance of physical health in overall well-being. So your body is your home, and it's up to you to maintain yours, to keep healthy, strong, keep it healthy and strong, and make sure that you feel anything that might not be right. Something feels off. You need to repair it. It's time to fix it right. Maybe you need to have some rest days, but that's going down another subject. Take care of this, and of course, be careful as you start these exercise regimes. Look after yourself. Don't hurt yourself little by little. Or if you're an experienced, fit person, then it's time to look into maybe extra activities to up your game. Decide if it's really a good fit for you. Maybe you want to change and you want to try something else. So all these things come into play. What I want to help you realize today is that you will benefit far more from your movement choice when it fits who you are. So is it a good fit, what you're doing right now? Is it a good fit, what you're thinking of doing, what you're trying of doing? Did you try the last 2 New Years to start something and it didn't work? Switch it, change it, flip it, look at something else. If you like it, you will do it. If you enjoy it, you will do it. If you understand that it's important for the life you choose to lead, you will do it. Makes sense, right? this is a reminder for many of you, but also it gives us that inspiration to give it a go again and try again and to make better choices if it wasn't working and it doesn't work. So it's time to choose that activity. Choose your activity. Decide when and where. Put your favorite music on and get moving. Yeah? I mentioned swimming earlier, which brings to mind Michael Phelps. Have you heard of him? He's considered one of the greatest swimmers of all time. He has 23 Olympic gold medals to his name. But what many people don't know is that Phelps struggled with ADHD as a child. His energy levels were off the charts and he had difficulty focusing in school, as many people do these days. Swimming became his outlet, a way to channel his energy into something really positive. It was his thing, so it was just who he was. But the success that he had wasn't just about his natural talent. He followed a rigorous training program, so he was committed and maintained a strict diet. And obviously he must have liked it, loved it perhaps. He also used visualization techniques to mentally prepare for his races, mindset, mentally rehearsing. He visualized every detail of his performance. He was doing what we spoke about last week, goal setting, visualizing, preparing his mind and his body for what he wanted. He was visualizing it from his first dive into the pool to his final stroke. And such mental preparation was crucial to his success. And it worked. He was a big success. It's a powerful example, his story, of how physical fitness combined with mental preparation and self-awareness, self-discipline perhaps too, of course, can lead to extraordinary achievements. So let's set our mind to what we feel is a good fit, okay? Because the mental health is just as important as the physical health. In fact, the two are deeply connected. When we're mentally healthy and aware of what suits us best, we're better able to take care of the physical side of it too. It's a powerful tool to take care of the upstairs. Meditation is very good for our minds. Meditation helps calm the mind, reduce stress, and increase our self-awareness. It helps you connect with your inner self to understand your thoughts and emotions far, far, far better, your feelings. Your thoughts are your mind, your feelings are your body. But when you have the mindset, the visualization, and you put emotion behind it, then we're connecting together, aren't we? Both mind and body. And another self-awareness tool is self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding that you would offer to a friend. Acknowledge your struggles, your mistakes, and understand they're part of the human experience. It's been proven to help reduce feelings of disappointment and self-criticism and increase those feelings of self-worth and resilience. So that's important. When we know who we truly are, we make better decisions. So you have the wisdom to choose a career that aligns with your passions and values, for example, and use this self-knowledge to create the best life for yourself and your loved ones and build relationships that are supportive and nurturing. We can create a far more fulfilling and sustainable lifestyle. So it's all combined, mind, body, self-awareness, physical, mental fitness. It's all our inner self. It's all necessary. It all fits together, interlocks, doesn't it? One isn't good without the other. How about also something else I'm going to touch on today, and that's inspecting what ingredients you are storing in your kitchen. As the saying goes, we are what we eat. And there's another interesting one that I often share, and that is we are also, you are what you eat eats. So we are what we eat eats, unless you're vegan, of course. Nutrition has so much influence in our health and well-being. And again, it's not about following the latest fad diet. We mentioned that everyone else is trying out. But how about understanding who you are as the amazing individual that you are, what works for your body, what makes you happy, what you physically and mentally need, and what suits you for your eating habits, what different foods and how they make you feel. Self-awareness here truly comes into its own. Do you, for example, feel energized after eating a salad? Do you feel full and sluggish after a big meal, perhaps? Pay attention, listen to your body. Your intuition will wake you up to what you need. Focus on whole, nutrient-dense food that fuels your body and makes you feel good. We mentioned the gasoline in the car. Make sure you're having the right input. Always be in touch with how your body feels. Choose foods that are rich in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Think colorful vegetables, fresh fruits, nuts, seeds, and legumes, lean proteins and healthy fats, like those found in avocados, nuts and seeds, oils, coconut oil, olive oil. Choose foods, intuitively choose the foods that provide you with the essential nutrients your body needs and make it function at its best. You know if you're allergic to something, what doesn't suit you. I've had one cup of coffee in my life and I had to rush to the bathroom. I've never drunk coffee since. I hate the smell. It's crazy, but my body doesn't like coffee. I don't know why. It only happens, and I could go into other things, but this isn't about me. There must be something you also. It just doesn't agree with you. I know someone who hates the seeds in tomatoes. We know that perhaps what do you call it, milk products, dairy products don't suit certain people. It's obviously sometimes the physical way you are, but often it's just to be really taken notice of, because we don't want something that our body doesn't want. Obviously, if it is a problem for you, then you can look at medical help, etc. But don't forget to understand your body's signals about what it wants you to avoid. And most of us have woken up to the fact that high sugar intake is a significant culprit behind many health issues. We have that craving sometimes for chocolate. Perhaps in the morning you want to put sugar on your cereals, or you feel like a biscuit with your coffee. Your body has a craving, and it can lead to weight gain, risk of heart disease, being diagnosed with cancer in particular, and it wreaks havoc on our energy levels. So not those signals from your body. We don't want to know, oh, my body wants sugar, I'm going to eat lots of chocolate. Be obviously wise with your decisions. Let's avoid sugary drinks, of course, sweets and processed foods. They contain a crazy amount of sugars, and we probably have all experienced those little sweets in the pretty wrappers when you go to a meeting, a physical meeting, obviously, perhaps at school when you're in a class or learning something. And we had one of those, and we had a big high sugar rush, and we felt dizzy and not able to concentrate. And didn't we regret it? Because you just feel terrible. If that happens, the best thing you can do, in my mind, is to have a dry biscuit, eat a banana, eat some fruit or something, just to feel better. But obviously there must be a wiser answer to that question. I've never actually looked it up. It works for me. But instead, satisfy your sweet tooth with a natural source of sugar. Fruits, they provide essential fiber and nutrients. Knowing your own tendencies and triggers, such as craving ice cream, pastries, cakes, and Coca-Cola when you're stressed, can help you make conscious choices to avoid these pitfalls. So I've included nutrition because that's health and fitness, and also the fact that it helps you to function better when you know what foods you need to avoid didn't work out for you. Prepare easy snacks, make it easy for yourself. Keep snacks handy in the fridge. Grated carrots, sorry, not grated, peeled carrots, for example, something easy to just take out and crunch. Raw broccoli, veggies, which you know you love, even something that's already cooked, roast vegetables. You can have a little snack. Be prepared when you have that craving to have something handy so that you make better choices. Another thing to watch out for, of course, is genetically altered food, especially grains. Many processed foods contain genetically modified organisms these days, GMOs, which we're aware of, and they have adverse effects on our health. They're not good for anyone. So opt for whole grains like quinoa or quinoa, I don't know how you want to pronounce it, brown rice and selected oats, but they're not only more nutritious, but also more likely to be free from genetic alterations, and they provide more sustained energy throughout the day. So know how you react, understand your body's response to different types of foods and drinks so that you can make healthy choices that better support your well-being. And in addition to these tips, think about fermented foods in the diet: yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi. What? Kimchi. I don't usually speak these ones out loud. Get those foods into your diet. They're excellent for gut health. They contain probiotics, and as you already know, the beneficial bacteria that help maintain a healthy digestive system. I could go into this further, saying that half a glass of warm lemon juice before eating helps the digestive juices. Even though we look for alkaline foods and lemon is acidic, it's wonderful to get the hydrochloric acid going in your stomach to digest foods. Drinking before a meal, half an hour before rather than during a meal. So many things, but I won't go deep into that, else we'll be here for hours. More and more studies are coming to light, proving how a healthy gut is crucial for overall health, as it plays a vital role in our nutrient absorption, immune function, and even the mental health. So self-awareness about different foods, how they affect your digestion, better choices to keep your health and your wellness. There's so much content about this today. We'll go through it another day. And just to touch on the water before we switch subject, staying hydrated is another essential aspect of good health, good nutrition. Water, water, water. Water is vital for every cell, tissue, and organ in our body. It helps regulate temperature, body temperature, transport nutrients, and remove waste, toxins. Recognize the signals your body sends to help you, because it helps you differentiate between true hunger and other needs like hydration or rest. Sometimes it's because you're hungry. But when you feel that hunger, your body really is signaling you to go and choose some fruit. It's trying to get you to eat a kiwi or watermelon, maybe some tomatoes. You have in the kitchen to get that water in. So aim to drink at least 8 glasses of water a day, more if you're physically active, of course, because sometimes we mistake thirst for hunger. A headache also can often be cured just by drinking water. Simply drinking some water, because it's due to cell dehydration. Remember that one, because it's very, very useful for people who suffer with headaches, depending on the severity, etc. But it's worth a try, right? Staying well hydrated also helps us to stay energized and in the mood to exercise. It keeps us more mentally alert and also helps us to avoid the unnecessary snacking, hence the food in the fridge all prepared. When it comes to prepared meals, try to cook at home as much as possible. You can control the ingredients and the cooking methods, and they're healthier choices usually. When you're eating out, choose grilled or baked options over fried foods. That's a simple one. Ask for dressings and sauces on the side so you can control your intake of them. Be aware of your preferences and limitations so that you can be more mindful and have healthful dining choices. It's okay to have your favorite treats occasionally, of course. Depriving yourself of the foods you love can lead to unhealthy cringes and binges, of course. Cravings, rather, and binges. Where did cringes come from? It really is the key to balance. If you indulge in a rich dessert or a comfort food meal, balance it out with healthy choices the rest of the day. Understand your boundaries and how to manage indulgences without guilt. Let's enjoy the odd piece of dark chocolate and oat biscuit, but keep it in moderation. Buy with your personal health experiences in mind, and watch out if you're like me and you go shopping when you're hungry, because that's fatal. Connect to your unwanted habits, that one, for example, and swap them for those to bring about positive changes. Don't run out on nutritious foodstuffs, and be mindful when writing your shopping list. Stay longer in the veggie aisle. When we have it at home, we consume it, right? If you want to stop drinking alcohol for a few weeks, don't buy it. Watch it. And be mindful of portion sizes, obviously. Overeating, weight gain, use smaller plates, serve yourself smaller portions. These are all nutritional tips. But bring it back to what you want, what your aim is, what your target is, and be aware, self-aware of how you can make changes that will help you to get to your goals. Perhaps you want to lose weight, perhaps you want to get fit, perhaps you want muscle, perhaps you want to be more alert, hydration, and the goal in your life, bring it back, be aware of what you want, and once you know what you want, work out how to do it, where to do it, and have that big why, the reason behind it, to propel you forward and give you that motivation and commitment, discipline to do it, okay? Knowing your own eating habits, for example, and satiety cues can prevent overeating and have a healthy relationship with food. So knowing yourself, consciously incorporating personal nutrition wisdom into your daily routine, as well as the exercise and everything we've spoken about, can have such an amazing impact over health and well-being. According to your self-knowledge, listen to your body and stick to the balanced approach. You'll find then that healthy eating doesn't have to be restrictive or complicated. It's about nourishing your body with the right foods. What we consume has so much influence in our health and well-being. Understand yourself. We're all so different, and self-awareness comes in so handy. Pay attention to what foods make you feel, how you feel. Listen to your body. Be aware of what you're asking for. Think before you speak. And remember, it's okay to eat your passion foods occasionally. Balance is the key. So let's move on. I think we spent a long time on that one. In conclusion, the journey to optimal health and fitness begins with knowing your true self, waking up to who we are. Who is Helen? Who am I? It's wonderful to be introduced to yourself when you go on these self-realization pathways. It's incredible when you realize something new, something else, and you find some sudden impactful insight from an old memory, an old event that comes to mind, and you realize that you understand something else about who you are, what you need and what makes you happy. It's about making choices that align with yourself, your authentic self, and believing that you are worth it. Have confidence. And that way you lead by example. It's such a powerful way to help others by embarking on your journey of self-discovery and health and being out there, sharing this with people. When you live authentically, when you take care of your physical and mental health, you inspire others to do the same. Think about that. When we learn what we know, we can share and help others in that regard. Someone who doesn't know how to do something, and you know you do this often, oh, I can help you, I can do it. It brings you pleasure and satisfaction too. You can become a role model for your friends and loved ones, your community. And there's a ripple effect that creates a happier, healthier world as a whole. It sounds corny, but it's a great thing to do. So are you ready to begin your own journey of self-discovery and transform your life from inside out? A question for you. An interesting one. Just a quick check-in, Jan. Are you interested in coming out today and asking any questions, making any comments, or are you happy as you are there? If you don't need to answer me if you don't want to. Oh, hello. It's up to you.
No, I'm good, but I'm fortunate that I'm relatively in good health, and I've got a young nephew keeping me up and going. So
Wonderful.
that's yeah, and then yeah, and it's I really don't that much take part in sports and so, but um, I when I did it, I enjoyed it. Yeah,
So you're not really an exercise person, but do you go for walks? Do you swim or anything like that? Cycle?
I cycle. I have to cycle at the moment. So yeah, no, I cycle 6 kilometers, 12 kilometers. So yeah, I relatively cycle a lot. Yeah.
So you are active. So that's great.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Healthy. What about food choices and what about mental choices? Can you comment about those too? How are you in that section?
Uh, I'm relatively good in that. I don't eat too much. And okay, uh, I must say I'm doing fairly well in, but yet my siblings are all fat. And I'm the only one without fat and so. But yeah, no, it really makes a difference. And my problem was that I wasn't eating enough, and that was actually affecting my concentration and all kinds of things.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. That's interesting. Of course, some people need to eat more, not less, and we're
Mm.
always to this too much weight. But other people need to make. Well, it's always better choices, though, isn't it? And your siblings
Yeah.
sound as if they're a good example for you. It's good to be surrounded. That's what I was saying about helping and helping others. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So how do you stay positive? Do you have a positive mindset?
Yeah, uh, uh, okay. When I succeed, it's easy to feel positive. Um, but yeah, it helps listening to your uh, webcast, if I can may say so.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
and
Very kind of
yeah,
you.
and no, it's watching, not focusing on the negatives, and uh, yeah, appreciating what you have makes a great deal of difference.
Exactly. Absolutely. Any comments or any questions?
No, I may say compliments to your presentation. It was well thought out. Yeah, and
Thank you.
very good. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for being here. Thank you so much, Jan, for being here. To ask questions for to the people who are watching this replay or recording, I'd like to ask you to think of these things. Take this home with you, Jan, also, and that is to think about how you could start incorporating more mindfulness into your busy routine, daily routine, if you don't feel that you're already doing very well in that department. That will help you to improve your health and fitness because the mindfulness is also there, and the positivity, etc. So thinking how you can incorporate more mindfulness into your busy daily routine. I say that because nowadays we're rushing hither and thither, and life is so fast. Depends on your circumstances, of course, but it's so good to stop and reflect. So, what are some things that you're actually doing, or perhaps to determine what you can do to do so is a great way to improve your health and fitness. And also, number two, what are some practical steps to identify and change any unhealthy eating habits you may have, but based on self-awareness? So is it unhealthy because of the results, perhaps that you're maybe underweight or overweight, or you just find that you haven't got the vitality and the attention to concentrate at work? Or is it unhealthy because you have stomach pain, or it doesn't suit you, bad digestion, you can't sleep, maybe you have coffee late at night? I know someone who has coffee late at night and has no problem, but we're all different. This is the uniqueness, the authenticity that we have. So looking at that. and also how you can maintain a positive mindset and stay motivated in your fitness journey, especially when facing setbacks. So if you come across a setback, one of those brick walls, what do you have in your self-awareness secret box to unlock and bring out to play so that you can stay positive? What is it you do? For example, what do you call him? Tony Robbins. I went to one of his big conventions years ago. I think it was about 2000 and I don't know, 15, 16. And his big thing was to change, just change your state, change your state. So that helped me a lot in those days because I just thought, no, change your state. And with Joe Dispenza, it's things like we can all be judging, we can all be reactive. And so it's not that we're reactive because we all are, but it's how long you stay in that state of reaction. So things like that I have in my boxes to pull out. What is it that you rely on? I'd love to hear comments in any of the social media content about that because it's very interesting for us all to share. And that said, thank you so much for joining me today on this journey of self-discovery and health. It really is wonderful to have been here, and thank you for looking at this video, watching this video. I hope that you found some insightful and inspiring tips, something that perhaps you took from it, the value that will help you a little bit on your way. And perhaps there's a big change that you are about to make, and this might have guided you with some thoughts and decisions on that, the choices that you have to make, which will be wonderful. Remember that you have the power to create the life you want. You, yes, you have the power to be the best version of yourself. Have that confidence, have that belief in yourself, because it changes the whole ball game. We choose what we want to do, and that way life gets so much easier. Obviously, we don't want to hurt anybody, but remember that you're in charge, and go out there, please live authentically and thrive, because that's what we're here to do. It's a wonderful life as long as we stay connected and aware, self-aware of what we want, how to do it, and everything all combined. So until next time, stay healthy, stay happy, and stay true to yourself. This is Helen signing off from Authentically You, Health and Fitness Through Self-Knowledge. Next week, I have decided what we're going to talk about. So instead of rushing at the last minute to write down the next title, I've decided to stay and reflect, because nothing's just popped into mind. As I said, this is the 14th one, so it's number 15 coming up. I'm looking for something interesting, intriguing. Please connect with me and let me know what you'd like to talk about. I'd love to have your suggestions and something you especially want for yourself. Thank you. Take care of yourself so that you can live an authentic and full existence and inspire all those around you. Appreciate your being here, and I wish you a wonderful week. I'll catch you next Thursday. Signing off for now. Just switch.